to talk about a couple of things on this one video. I'm going to put a couple of topics in this video. I want to talk about, firstly, I saw the new video. No, this is how I discovered this video. I was asleep. I had YouTube on, and sometimes it goes to another video and another video. So I woke up to this song. It was like in between a video, like a commercial, but it was the whole video. And it was Usher's new video with Ella Mai called Don't Waste My Time. Don't Waste My Time is a Jermaine Dupri produced song. It's very cool. It's very old school. 2004, if you call that old school, like Usher's Confessions old school, where it had good vibes, like the Alicia Keys collab that he did. Usher's video is like a house party vibe. He had a couple of celebrities in it, like Jamie Kennedy from the Scream franchise, and then he had like P. Diddy's sons, Jermaine Dupri, Snoop Dogg was in the video. But I got some critiques about the video. I do like the style and the feel of the song. The song is a good feel-good song, and I think that Ella Mai shines more than Usher does on this type of track. I was not really a fan of Ella Mai. I thought her voice was okay, but then on this, something about the way her voice sounds on this song, it kind of elevates the track for me. Even though I enjoy Usher's parts on the song, the vibe and the color of the video is very colorful. It's very lively. People having fun in the background, but it reminds me of those old late 90s videos or early to mid 2000s videos where they would all have a house party and you have a million celebrities in one video. But what I was surprised about was that they barely showed Jermaine Dupri, but this seemed to me like a video that would have like a lot of big stars in the video. And I think if he did have bigger stars, like not to really diss the P. Diddy's son, but he was in the video, he's not really known. But having big giant stars as cameos in the video, the biggest stars again were Snoop Dogg and maybe Jermaine Dupri in this video. But besides that, I enjoyed the video still in general. I enjoyed the collaboration, the chemistry that Ella Mai had with Usher. I appreciate the production that Jermaine Dupri's sound bites put in to a track to make it feel like it's homegrown, to make it feel like it's a friendly track that everybody can vibe to. I think that's going to be a hit for him. I don't know if it would go to the Hot 100 #1, but it could get into the top 20. But I definitely know it's going to be an R&B #1. If nothing else happens with the track, it will be a R&B #1. So what you need to do is you need to look into the Don't Waste My Time video by Usher. It's going to be linked at the bottom of the video in my description. Okay, so we at home a lot right now. We're dealing with this virus that's wrecking the world right now. That only mandate right now is to stay at home. So most people are staying at home. I'm abiding by it right now myself. I definitely don't like it. I'm usually used to this type of thing, but for some reason when you force me to do it, I suddenly want to be around a lot of people. I suddenly want to go out to 1,000 different places but home. So it's the funny thing is like you don't know what you got till it's gone. Like you really don't. We're sitting in here, we're trying to be productive, and I haven't been productive. I really haven't. It's been more so like I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. A lot of laziness going on with me right now. But I have so much other things to worry about. I'm just trying to keep everything in order and afloat because you don't know what's going to happen with this C virus. And the whole thing is that, you know, we all have to have a positive attitude. I haven't had one, so I'm not going to even lie. I had attitudes. I've been like bored. I've been like depressed, thinking about negative things a lot. It's not a good thing when you feel like freedom is being taken away from you. And it's a setup, in my opinion, but I would get into that on other videos because people are actually dying all over the world. And but the statistics are, not as bad as other things like the regular flu. For example, last year, how many people died of the flu? I think I saw it today. It was of last year. They say in America, I think they said 80,000 people died of the flu. And so these are statistics. I heard another one that said one in every 845,000 are dying from the C virus, which is still a devastating thing. It does add to the death toll of, amongst other things like cancer, because it's just an added thing to kill people that we don't want to think of any of our family members or loved ones being in that situation, but it's happening. But there's things that people are doing. Boosting the immune system is helpful. Trying to be healthy at this time frame, it's a lot of devastation. I saw a statistic that said 500,000 millionaires lost their status because their finances are plummeting. Things like that is more than just health. It's money, it's the economy, it's the morale of people is not built up because it's a lot of unsurety, it's a lot of misinformation out there as well. There's a lot of pointing on negative parts of it more than the positive parts of it. But the fact is that America has always been resilient. We've always been able to conquer something, even something that's silently attacking us unbeknownst to us. So we just kind of got to keep our faith in God, which is a struggle to do when you have devastation. Some people you might know have it right now that are fighting for their lives, but also it's the backbiting, it's the fear and mongering in terms of people fighting over toilet tissue and buying up all the products that is slowing up the products to be replenished for other people. People also kind of acting like it's not happening as well. Going past a aisle and seeing fruits, different vegetables, but then you don't see potatoes, and then you kind of act like that's normal. Never have I been to a market that didn't have potatoes or bread or even top ramen at times. So we have to just look out for the positive and try to be stronger and more on top of it. Our attitudes, our productivity, do something creative. If you're not creative, come up with new ideas for the future. Change your life, change your job. Hey, this might be an opportunity for you to do new things and just venture off, because the world is changing and it's actually allowing us to deal with it. It's allowing us to make different decisions that we might not have made had this not happened. It's almost opening a new pathway to possibilities and things. So keep up the hope, and even if you don't really feel that way, just try to fake it till you make it. The hope and the dream is that we could get to things like we used to, but it might not be the case. It might be a totally different thing, but we're going to have to make that the thing that's popular and the thing that works for us, and to make our life go into a better direction. So that's enough of that. I didn't want to get too deep into that because there's a lot more I could say. It's a lot more that I've heard, a lot of research that I've seen. While we're here, I'll tell you some good things that you could watch, like The Tiger King. Everybody needs to see The Tiger King. It's a 7-part documentary. But the funny thing is, I'm like, how did they get all this footage? And they kind of explain it, but there's future developments. It has a lot of scandal, a lot of salaciousness. It's almost like the main character, Joe Exotic, is larger than life. He's like Dog the Bounty Hunter and the Crocodile Hunter times 10. He's probably the most interesting character that I've seen. I mean, he's totally original. I've never seen anybody like him, ever. He is a king, a tiger king. He has a park that houses dozens and dozens of exotic animals, especially tigers. And he was caught up in all these scandals with shady characters. And you have one character that's his enemy that is threatening his way of life. But I believe she drove him crazy over a long period of time, and it results into a big explosion that you got to see, and it's gonna leave you questioning Joe Exotic and his enemy, who is an advocate for PETA. It's like 2 in the morning. I'm like, PETA, it's crazy. You want to know, like, what happened with her husband? Did she kill her husband? I mean, things like, did he blow up the alligator cage? Did he hire a hitman? Did he become a sugar daddy? It's all kinds of shit up in here, and it's very entertaining. It's number one. I mean, I spent all night last night trying to finish the series. I have one character in there. She's a animal keeper, and her arm got bit off by a tiger. She was the smartest one, the strongest person there, even more than the men. I mean, she went back to work in 6 days. Instead of reconstructing her hand, she was like, cut it off. She had to get back to that job. I mean, it was something hypnotizing without giving you all the pieces of the puzzle. You got to watch, just giving you a little bit of it, but you're going to have to watch The Tiger King on Netflix. It's probably the best documentary I've seen, because there's no way this could be made up. You can't write nothing like this. Nothing this funny, entertaining, this inventive, with a main character that takes you on different twists and turns that you didn't know you would get into. You'll be hooked within the first 10 minutes of it. So watch The Tiger King on Netflix. That's what I definitely recommend. Get my new books. I have a book called Scare the Light, The Dream Memoirs of Russell Banks. And also, I have a brand new book that came out called The Brown Paper Bag Boys and the Colorist Experiment. They're both on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, all online retailers. Go to my website, scareofthelight.com. I will talk to you later in the next video. Peace.